This is News Desk with me, Daniel Daze. Coming up in the bulletin, media advised to stay off OT region referendum voting grounds due to threats by residents. We will hear from the police, and we take you to Yendi for the Yana's funeral. Right, you're still live on News Desk. Stay with us. We have details after this.
News Desk headlines was brought to you by
Nescofa, another quality product from NS Chemist.
Begin with the referendum on the creation of new regions, because voting is underway in some 47 district and municipal assemblies affected by the possible creation of 6 administrative regions. As at 6 a.m. Thursday, December 27, JoyNews correspondents reported of long queues of the electorate at many of the voting centers, even ahead of the start of the voting. The newly proposed regions are Western North Ahafo, Bunu East, Oti Northeast and Savannah. Tension is high in the Volta region, where there is still strong opposition to the proposed OT region after police say they have uncovered a plot by anti-OT region campaigners to cause mayhem. In the OT region referendum, police earlier advised media to stay away from the voting grounds. DCOP Francis Doku is the commander of the Volta Region Police, and he spoke to our correspondent on the ground, Fred Kwame-Asare.
I will appeal to the media people that they should assemble at the referendum headquarters, because the reports we are receiving are that the people are bent on going out to vote. But again, they are quick to say that they will not allow people who are not known to them to come into the area. And journalists, I may say, are people who are not known to the locals. So in their own interest and for their own safety, I will appeal to them that they must all of them must come to the ops center.
All of us in the OTN.
Yes, because we cannot guarantee that they will be safe, especially when people have come out to tell us that if they see any stranger, somebody they don't know, coming to the police station, they might take the person on.
Now, we are branded in our various media houses t-shirts, and then also we have accreditations boldly displayed on us. Why wouldn't these people be able to identify us as media men, rather see us as strangers?
Well, the JCC has given enough education to the illiterate. But you and I know that is not everyone that is enlightened enough. Even if they find you in your branded t-shirt, like what you wear in the JoyNews t-shirt, they might think that you are an imposter. And so the security advice to them is that they must all converge at the press center, at the JOC, so that as and when the collated results come in, they can feed their media houses with the figures that they have.
Now, this morning, Mama V. Oswabwaje sought further explanation from him on the AM show.
But Mr. Doku, this is not the first time we're carrying out, well, obviously this is the first time we're doing something like this, but we've been reporting on elections, major elections in this country.
Well, I wish you were here to see the agitation on the ground.
So what is your challenge as police? Because at least you have security personnel positioned at every polling center, correct?
We have.
So what's the difficulty?
Like I'm saying, it is not possible for us to be at every corner of the enclave at the same time. Because as we patrol, it might happen that we move from one location to another. Before we could come back, there is a security problem behind. And that is what we want to avoid.
But what's the people's challenge with the reporters?
Well, I think the issue, you are not getting it clearly. They are saying that if they find somebody that they are not familiar with.
No, but isn't that total disorder? I mean, if we're all saying that in my area, if I find someone I'm not familiar with, then I'm going to pounce on the person.
As a total disorder, we cannot.
So how do we define it then, sir? Because what you're saying is the people are saying if they find strangers, people they cannot identify, people they are not familiar with in their areas, then they're going to beat them up?
We cannot say that it's a security challenge.
So, sir, help us to understand.
You see, as going forward, we review our security strategies, and this is where we are.
So how do the reporters do their work then?
And that is why we are saying that they should converge at the collation center.
So let's go to one of these reporters, Ivy Setoji, who is monitoring the situation in the Kratchi West and in Chumuru districts. She is reporting of some tension in the area as well. She joins us on the phone. Ivy, what's the current situation?
Good morning, Daniel. So what happened was the media was not allowed to cover the process initially because according to the residents, they don't trust the media, especially those coming from outside the state. And then the DCE could not also guarantee our safety. So we had to force our way to the town to cover. And then finally we got to the Kachura, who said he could also not guarantee our safety because the residents want the best. They have waited for this day for so long, and they think any strange person, media or any other person outside the district, is a threat to them. So that is the reason why they were not going to allow us. But he asked us to follow him to wherever he was going so we could cover. So that is the situation on the ground. Right now, we are at another police station where some people are quarreling. We don't want to get close because it's quite dangerous. So we are a little far observing things from there.
So when you went to the Kratchi West Palace, what happened?
Yeah, when we went to Kachua, we interviewed him, and what he told us was they have waited. His people have waited for this day for long. That if we compare the southern part to this part, they have no development whatsoever. So what they are asking for is a yes. They don't want any interference from anyone. Hence the agitation by residents. So we are allowed to cover all right, but we should mind our business.
So from what you are telling us, this is agitations from persons who are in support of the OT region, and they are afraid that outsiders may mar their referendum.
Hello?
Does it then mean that these sentiments are being expressed by persons in support of the new region and they are wary of the outsiders?
Exactly. Those in support of the new region, they are worried that people outside, people who are not residents of this place, may interfere in the process, and that is what they don't want. That is why they don't even trust the media or anyone who looks strange or strange people, according to them.
But has any incidents been reported? Have you heard of any?
For now, no incident has been reported. For now, apart from what I said earlier, no incident has been reported.
Thanks,
so
Ivy Setoji, and please be safe. And Kratchi and Chumuru this morning. Fred Kwame Asare is also joining us on the line. He's the one who spoke to the Volta Region Police Commander, and he is currently also in the OT Enclave. Fred, which part of the OT Enclave are you in now? What can you report?
I'm in the Africa industry in the OT Enclave. Like I reported earlier, the regional command or the police regional command told media personnel not to go onto the field to report on today's referendum. The reason being that they've picked information that the ground will not be safe for them. As in, residents are saying that they will not allow people they can't identify as members of their community to take part or to be part of the exercise to cover the referendum, including journalists. Are asking why they can't identify media personnel branded in their media house T-shirts and other accreditations added to it. And you mentioned that in as much as they try to sensitize the residents, some are also still saying that because people are campaigning against the creation of the OT region, they can't really identify who is against and who is not against. So they will not allow non-residents to be part of the exercise. But then I spoke to the Jasakan District Organizing Committee for the Oti region. That's the chairman, Asafuache Obiancha. And he said that, well, they've done enough education on the ground to inform residents to be able to identify people who are accredited as media personnel to cover the election. So nothing of that sort is going to happen. So as quickly as possible, he went to information centers, educating the residents that this is what is happening on the ground, and that media personnel are among or are in the communities to cover the referendum. So they should see anybody with accreditation and then has a media attack on, they shouldn't attack that person. And then also, if any case, they should bring the person back to him so that they iron whatever issue that will emerge out.
So, Fred, from the impression that you are giving us, and we've just spoken to Ivy, if you are in any of these areas and you are not a media personnel, you are not taking part of this election, what would the people do to you if they don't recognize you as a resident?
Well, for that, I can't tell for now. I can't confirm what they will do to non-residents in the area. But as like the regional police commander said, they are just not ready to welcome people who are not part of their community to be part of this special assignment or special exercise.
Thanks, Fred Kwame Asare, for joining us. Now, still on this election, this referendum that's taking place today, let's stay in that particular area and listen to the Krachira. He spoke to Ivy Setoji earlier.
Of course, obviously, it's a very momentous day for us. This is a day that will make or break us. But I'm very confident that with the kind of education and the enthusiasm that we have attached to this project, we shall turn out in our numbers. As you can see, they have started. Look at the old ladies and so on who are already in line. So, and I know what we are seeing here is the same thing that is happening all over the OT entry.
Any message for the people?
Yes, my message for the people is that they should stand firm and come out still. They should come out because we have the constitutional requirement to fulfill. That is 50%. That is my greatest worry. So everybody should come out so that we can make that church black. As for the yes, I know we are getting 99.9%. They should come out so that we make the 50. That is my prayer to them, my call to them. All the chiefs, I know the role you have played. You've played just as an active role as I have played from the reports we have. But don't rest because you think they will go. Go around like I'm going and make sure that at every polling station, the people come out to vote. So that by the close of the day, we have our 50% and we have our 99.9%.
Okay, so Nana, so you think by giving you a region or dividing the region into OT region will bring development to these parts of the world instead of, the government developing this region?
Good. I am sure that we belong to Volta region. Well, let me make it clear. I'm not speaking as if in Volta region we have everything. So when I refer to the South, I'm not saying that they have everything and we don't have anything. All I'm saying is that the little that has been brought to Volta region has not been equitably distributed. And in the first place, we are cheating ourselves by not taking advantage of this system. Because if everybody goes, okay, if everybody is able to make the mark and get their region, mind you, we are going to be the only losers. And we will go back to that old system, which has not worked for us since 1961. If we had been satisfied, you have seen our road. Is it the same in Pandu? Is it the same in Sobi? Is it the same in Amfuega? Is it the same in Bako? But even this skewed. Go to Angola.